Yeah, Lori and Mark, we are talking about safe storage and lock boxes, but the proposal here in Seattle is still vague on details and what the potential penalties could be if one does not have the lock boxes. But the one thing that is clear tonight on both sides of the gun control issue, that they are bracing for a legal challenge before the legislation is even filed. Here it was, just a few floors down from the Harborview Trauma Center that treats gunshot victims.
Thank you. Good morning.
An announcement.
We're still working jointly along with our able city attorney.
A declaration.
To lock up their guns. And so we're still exploring all of the different contours and fine points.
That the city intends to do something to stem gun violence.
We will both increase the penalties for failing to report, but we will also make sure that that we will explore looking to keep people be liable for what happens with their stolen gun if they don't lock it securely or report it when it's stolen.
It was a big proclamation with little fine detail, perhaps purposely, given the fight that may be ahead.
I don't think the city of Seattle can do this.
Dave Workman is with the Second Amendment Foundation and writer for thegunmag.com.
We don't suggest that people just leave loaded guns laying around. I mean, that's insane. That's nonsense. But at some point, maybe the civil libertarians are going to get involved in this and say, hey, wait a minute, Seattle, you can't tell people what they can do in the privacy of their own homes.
He claims state preemption laws prohibit this type of city legislation. He successfully sued to force the release of data on Seattle's gun tax, which has failed to generate the kind of revenue promised.
The gun tax has been a monumental disaster. It has driven business out of the city of Seattle.
Seattle's mayor said today any new legislation would continue to direct those funds to Harborview's Injury Prevention Center and made no apologies that the last gun measure hasn't gone quite according to plan.
If one of the impacts is that there's fewer guns and fewer bullets sold in the city of Seattle, that may not be a bad thing.
It was unclear today when exactly the council or the mayor's office may roll out this new legislation. Councilmember Lorena Gonzalez and Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan, both lawyers by trade, however, hinted that they are expecting some sort of legal challenge, with Durkan even suggesting, and I quote, "I'm very confident this law will be upheld." We'll keep you posted on when exactly that legislation is filed, but for now, live in Seattle, I'm Chris Daniels, King 5 News.